Good morning, everyone. And today we are going to redo our group pitch. Basically, we decided like 2 weeks back, or if not less, that we were going to change our whole idea. So that was a very drastic decision, but we're going to redo a pitch for us so that we're sure what we're going to do, and also that we can post on our blog what our basic idea is. I'm gonna start, and basically the start scene is that the screen is all black, and the only thing you can hear are like really loud and ominous footsteps, and you can then hear a door opening and then closing again, signifying that someone is walking into the room. We're gonna add a sound effect to this door so that it really sounds very horror, like very dark and creepy. A red light is then flickering. We're not sure about the flickering yet. We might as well just add the red light, because that in itself is very dark, and it will, like, we decided on the red light to add to the horror genre and just to be able to get good lighting. So we're probably gonna end up using red lights and candles probably as well. We're also using the red. No, we're not. Yeah, I just explained that with the red light bulb. After that, you see a killer in a basement. So after the lights on, you will be able to see that he's dressed in a black hoodie and black jeans, black combat boots, black gloves, and all of this is to make the character appear more menacing. We'll maintain the narrative enigma with the help of the stranger walking into the dark basement, and we'll take inspirations from films such as Dead Man's Shoes by Shane Meadows for our killer. In terms of framing, we're avoiding framing in the beginning so that the audience can't see his face, so that in the end, when the audience will be able to see his face, that the mask is revealing itself, so it's kind of like a secret staying there. Also, our mise-en-scene will be very, very simple, we decided to put up like bones of meat, and also what else did we decide on?
Plastic.
Plastic. We decided on putting on plastic as well, where we're gonna put on fake blood too, and then we're gonna have leaves probably all over the room, and then a wooden chair and like really thick rope for the girl. So anyway, in the beginning, this killer won't be in the shot, so all the audience sees is a long shot of a bulletin board with pictures of a specific girl, which is played by Bronwyn, our main character. Her house, locks of hair pinned to it. These locks of hair we will get from a hairdresser. They will be put into like very small bags. Finally, there will be 1 or 2 maps of her street, or of the street that we're filming in, with like red circles around the house. And then we will use a flashlight that our killer will be holding up like this, very close to the board, when walking towards it, and lighting on the different things that are attached to the board, signifying that he's focusing on his target. And also, we decided to put the titles on the board, to change it a bit so that we not put up titles like that on screen, but really on the board, so that it goes from one picture to the other, and then you see titles in between as well. Oh yeah, one more thing about our character here. We're counter typing the Scream Queen, because the convention of Scream Queen is usually portrayed as sexually active, blonde, and in this case we have a brunette, who is portrayed as academic and virtuous. We will show this by having her either wear glasses, or we were more thinking of showing it by her going to church with her Bible, her putting her hair up, and we're taking this example from the movie Halloween from 1978 by John Carpenter.
So we will then focus on the picture of the house that is attached to his board. and we'll zoom in on it and create a match cut to an establishing shot from outside the house.
Yeah.
And this just shows that the killer is stalking her and that it's the same house. It will be in a suburban area and it's detached from other houses.
No, we changed that idea. Now it's a bit attached to another house because we changed our house idea as well.
Sorry. So again, we can link this back to Halloween. We are creating this shot with handheld footage from behind a tree or bush to show that the killer is observing her house, or just using a point of view shot. So we're gonna pan up to the house and the windows, and then the light's gonna turn on in one of the rooms, and then we'll cut inside to the house where she's putting on nail varnish and she's also tying her hair up in a ponytail. So then we're going to flash forward to later on.
In the basement scene, yeah.
Where she'll be tied up in a basement, and we'll do sort of a match cut to, so she's tying up her hair, and then we'll match that to the killer tying a rope behind her, and tying her up to a chair.
Polish as well. With the nail polish, when we do that and have nail polish stripping, we will be having nail polish strip next to her feet as well in the basement. So there's always this flash forward going on.
Yeah, so that's meant to look like blood. Also, we're going to, for the makeup, she's going to have dirt on her face, and she's going to have a cut and like bruises.
Yeah.
Just to show that she's been beaten up or tortured by the killer. We're going to use fake blood and also face paint.
And also for like she's going to be tied up with a rope. So it's rope behind her hands, rope on her around her legs, and also rope here. And this idea we took from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which is also where we got the idea for bones and meat that will be hanging from the ceiling. So she's going to then walk back into her bedroom where she picks up a Bible from her bedside table, and we're going to crossfade into a church, and we're going to have the Bible in her hands in the same position. So that just will show that she's walked into the church from her house. So we're going to signify the fact that she is like virtuous and that she's in church by finishing with her saying Amen. So she's going to then walk out of the church without her Bible, and it's going to be a little bit darker outside, which will create an ellipsis to show that time has passed. So we're going to create a false scare by having the pastor put his hand on her shoulder. And this will make that quite intense and scary, and then all of a sudden he'll put his hand down, and that will just, create a false scare because she doesn't know who it is.
No, exactly. And he's actually just wanting to give her Bible back because she forgot it in church. And also, maybe I should just add with the music that we decided for this bit there definitely needs to be music to make it more scary and dramatic. So for this we're using one of my very good friends called Mac Chanson, who is producing music and who's helping us with our soundtrack as well. So we're gonna talk to him a bit more, and he's gonna definitely help us create what we intend to do. So that's gonna be good. And then maybe you will finish up.
So basically, to finish our film opening, she'll be on her phone and just walking. From the church back to her house, basically. And all of a sudden we'll have the actual killer come, and he's going to put a white cloth over her mouth. Although we might explore different ways of finishing the film.
Because we're not very sure about that yet. But maybe with the phone idea as well.
So he'll put the cloth over her mouth and then set her down on the floor, and her phone will, she'll drop her phone, and the person she was calling, probably going to be her friend or whoever.
We'll still be screaming
Yeah.
into the phone and yeah.
And asking where she is.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when we might have the title come up. But
yeah, that's how we intended to end it as well, so that the screen cuts to black and then there's still that audio bridge of her friend talking in the phone, and then we wanted to do the like final title of our movie coming up there. And yeah, that's our basic idea, and hopefully that will go well.